If you're like most people in the web design industry, you're always wondering where your next client is going to come from. Or maybe you're thinking about starting a web design agency and you're wondering where your first client is going to come from. I feel your pain, but I'm here to help. What's up, everybody? Justin here. I'm a web designer going on 20 years. I co-founded SiteSwan's website builder back in 2011. Thank you so much for being a part of this webinar today. I really appreciate you registering and being present. You'll find the questions tab as your way to communicate with me during our chat today. Here at SiteSwan's, we work with a lot of web designers, and I'll tell you this. Most web designers make the mistake of sitting back and waiting for clients to come to them. We've all been guilty of this. Maybe you pick up a client at a networking event, and then that turns into one or two more sales through referrals, and maybe an old lead resurfaces and you sell them on a site, and you have a pretty good few weeks there. But then shortly after, there are no networking events to attend, the phones are silent, and your two hottest leads are out of town on vacation. Crickets. A slight panic comes over you, and you're not sure what you should do. While referrals and inbound leads are great, they're often not enough to scale your business. This often results in periods of highs and lows or a feeling of feast or famine. You're either overwhelmed with work or starving for business. And if you want to run a successful web design business with predictable growth, you need a way to consistently generate leads on demand so you can take on new clients every single month. So how do you keep your sales funnel full and build a steady stream of leads so that you can really scale your web design business and see that consistent growth? The best way to do it is to use SiteSwan's local prospecting tool. SiteSwan's local prospecting tool is the smartest and most effective way to find new web design clients. Built directly into the SiteSwan's platform, the local prospecting tool enables you to find your next client by discovering which businesses in your area do or do not have a website. All you have to do is type in a keyword or industry term along with the location, and our local prospecting tool will generate a nice long list of all the businesses in and around your area with their contact info almost immediately. You'll see if they have a site currently or not, and if they do have one, you can check two of the biggest, most common issues with websites nowadays that would warrant getting a new one. Security, which is SSL certificates, and mobile optimization and compatibility. All these search results, by the way, you can export to your CRM, Customer Relationship Manager. The best part of the local prospecting tool is you can create a site for each of these businesses right from this screen with just one click. It's so cool and incredibly powerful. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with SiteSwan's, I'm going to take 30 seconds to tell you what we're all about. SiteSwan's is a website design business in a box. We launched SiteSwan's back in 2011, and our mission is to fuel the growth of our entrepreneurial clients who are starting their own web design business. We're headquartered in Long Island, New York, and all of our development, coding, sales, everything is done right here in the United States. You have a high-quality platform built from the ground up by people who are passionate about helping businesses grow and helping you grow. Because we give you everything you need to start, run, and grow your web design business, we're so much more than just an awesome website builder. The SiteSwan's platform is the only truly all-inclusive package for web designers. You get our award-winning website builder, an intuitive dashboard to manage all your clients, our instant site creation feature that builds sites in a snap, client billing so you can effortlessly charge your clients for their website right in your dashboard, an extensive training program to set you on the path to success, incredible sales and marketing resources, including your very own marketing website, and of course, our all-powerful local prospecting tool. So we're all on the same page now, right? Great. Over the next 20 minutes or so, I'm not only going to demonstrate how the local prospecting tool works, but I am also going to share 5 valuable tips so you can maximize your sales efforts, generate leads on demand, and find web design clients fast. My first tip is to focus on a specific keyword or industry. While you have the option to do a broad search, it's often best to narrow your focus to a particular industry when using the local prospecting tool. Using the keyword field You can search for specific types of businesses in your area, like an auto body shop or a plumber or a restaurant or hair salon. Sometimes the more specific the keyword, the better the results. So rather than searching for home construction, for example, try searching for roofing or handyman or window and door replacement. Now you might choose to focus on one industry at a time. Doing this will not only produce the best results, but will also allow you to tailor your sales pitch to that specific type of business as you begin to call on prospects. For example, if you're calling on restaurants, you can highlight the website features and benefits that restaurant owners find most important, like the ability to upload their menu, showcase photos of their food and the atmosphere, feature customer reviews, promote catering, and link to an online ordering page. These specific benefits will resonate with the business owner and appeal to their individual needs. We have clients who focus all of their client outreach to a very specific niche, so it's something you can definitely consider. My suggestion is to reference our website themes. So our website themes are robust. We have a lot of them. We build our themes around the industries that offer the best opportunities for our resellers. While it's good to target popular types of businesses like restaurants, salons, and landscapers, there are many less obvious industries that are ripe for web design. For example, check out this search for hypnotherapy right here in SiteSwan's own backyard, and it yields a long list of hypnotherapy businesses that need a website. And our stunning hypnotherapy theme is the perfect way to win them over, which I will showcase in a little while here. So let me go back and let's move on to our next tip. My next tip is to expand your search area. Our local prospecting tool leverages a lot of data from sources like Google, and it lets you select any area to search, not just your own zip code. Remember, as a web designer, you're not restricted to selling only to businesses close to your home or office. For example, if you're looking to focus on a particular industry, but you've sold or attempted to sell a site to all the businesses in that industry nearby, then start exploring opportunities outside your immediate area. You can sell websites to businesses across town, across the state, or across the country. There are literally millions of potential web design clients everywhere. All you need to do is search for them with the local prospecting tool and find them. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go back to our search results. Now, I want one of you in the chat to give me a city and state, because I want to show you how we can really search anywhere. So actually use the questions tab, post it as a question. Any city and state will do, whatever you guys got. Okay, how about that? All right, here we go. Concord, Massachusetts. So check this out now. I'm going to conduct a new search using our local prospecting tool. I'm going to type hypnotherapy. And what did I say? Concord, Massachusetts. Select it from the drop-down and then click search. So I get, once again, my nice long list of businesses in and around Concord, Massachusetts that have to do with hypnotherapy. And take a look at these results, okay? The opportunity to sell sites is everywhere. Explore other markets. Expand your horizons. You are not at all limited to the area that you are searching. And since you're running this business essentially from your couch, right? Why not cast a bigger net and reach out to exactly the types of businesses you want, no matter where they might be? All right, on to the next one. Tip number 3 is don't overlook redesign opportunities. One of the biggest mistakes a web designer can make is assuming that just because a business has a website, they won't be interested in a new one. When generating a list of businesses with the local prospecting tool, don't be so quick to scroll past those businesses with a website URL listed. Oftentimes, these websites are old, outdated, not mobile optimized, downright ugly, or sometimes no longer online even. Or maybe they have broken links, missing pages, or empty pages. Others who do have a decent looking site might be overspending or simply unhappy with their current provider. Maybe they're unable to get in touch with their account rep or not receiving the level of support that they expect. Take the time to click on each link to determine where there are opportunities to sell the client on a website redesign. You'll often find that selling a business on a website redesign is even easier than selling to a business without a website. The logic here is that businesses who already have a website understand the importance and value of a website, so less convincing that they need one is required. Plus, you can probably offer a better design and provide better service, all at a better price. So let's go back to the dashboard. So still looking at the Concord, Massachusetts results. Note that there is one site with an invalid SSL certificate. This is super, super important. What it means is that there is a security risk every time someone is visiting the site with data being transferred that's not encrypted. This is a big no-no, and the search engines are flagging negatively sites that don't have a valid SSL certificate. Okay? Let's click on some of these. How about this one? Okay, there we go. There's a clear opportunity for a new site. Outdated design, barely any content here. Not exactly making a great first impression on people, right? Let's go back. Let's click on another one. How about this one? Let's just pick a random one here. Jessica Roy. All right, so now this is interesting, right? Because this, at first glance, this looks like a halfway decent site. But then, I mean, look at the content here, right? Look how short this page is. There's literally one sentence of content on this site. All right. Now, there is no way in the world that this website is getting any natural search results on Google. There's no content on this site for Google to scrape. Look, one of the things about SiteSwan's local prospecting tool is that it includes this SSL checker I spoke about. It also includes a mobile site checker as well. So I can actually check any of these sites to determine the status of this site's mobile friendliness or mobile compatibility. That's super important because, again, these are the two biggest reasons why people are in the market for a new site right now. And by just clicking once, you'll be able to determine a site status so you can confidently approach a business and offer them a valid solution. By the way, this image you see here is a real before and after shot of a site built on the SiteSwan's platform. The business had a site, and then it was rebuilt on SiteSwan's, and as you can see, it just blows away the original design and was incredibly easy to sell. My next tip, number 4, is to always offer a free website mockup. As you begin to call on prospects, be prepared to make them an offer they can't refuse. One of the most effective sales strategies we preach over here at SiteSwan's is to offer your leads a free website design that lets the client preview what their site can look like without any cost or obligation. This is something that no other web designer in your area is doing and will help you stand out. And you can instantly earn their trust and close more deals. Building a demo website is quick and very easy with SiteSwan's, so you can easily afford to offer it to all of your leads. You can literally create a ready-to-sell website in less than a minute. Start with one of our pre-designed themes, and we have over 250 of them. We're always adding more. Each theme is professionally designed, mobile responsive, and includes SEO-friendly content and licensed imagery tailored for hundreds of industries. And our themes don't just look good, they perform great. You'll be able to deliver websites to your clients that will outperform their competition for a fraction of the cost. Each site is thoughtfully designed with personalized content that is optimized for local search and crafted by expert copywriters. It truly lets you offer a $5,000 website for $500. I recommend focusing on just the homepage of the site to start. Take a few minutes to upload the client's logo and match their brand colors so it really feels like a custom website that you spent hours on. Meanwhile, it'll take you, 3 minutes. You won't believe how much more effective it is for a lead to see a site for their business as opposed to someone else's. The client will also be impressed that you went through this much trouble to create a personalized site just for them. And before you know it, with the amount of trust you've instantly established, they'll be asking you for the sale. So now I want to quickly demonstrate how easy this process actually is. So let's go back to what we were doing. All right, what did we click on last? Jessica Roy here. How about the next one? Prosper USA. Okay, this is interesting. All right, this might be the one. So this homepage, very short, very little content. I think we can create a new one that would blow this away. So let's go back to our local prospecting tool for a quick moment here. And let's find the business and click Create Site. Now I want to point something out to you. As soon as I click Create Site, you are going to see that the business name, the address, the city, state, zip, and phone number are all preloaded into these fields, and I'll show you in a minute why that's so important. We also have an optional email field here. Let me just check the site to see if I can find an email address. Oh, hello. It's right up here. Okay. I'm going to copy this, go back in here, paste it, and now I'm going to find the theme that's appropriate for this industry, which is hypnotherapy. Here it is, and I'm going to click Create Site. So now what's happening is that our system is generating a homepage design, well, really a full website, specifically for this business with all the most important information about their business preloaded into the site. So by the time this blue bar goes from the left to the right side of my screen, we'll have a complete website design that is ready to show off to this client. And that's really important because we want to be able to quickly go through this process. We want to be able to, by the time we hang up the phone, have the site completely done so that we can show it off during our next conversation with them. So then you can take this link, you can text it, you can email it, you can Facebook Message it, you can do whatever you want and get this in the hands of your prospect. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the client's site again. I'm going to see if they had a logo on their site. They do. I'm going to right click on it, save that image, and then click OK. I'm going to go back to where I was, go to my design tab, and I'm going to upload that logo image. All right, and then I'm going to get that uploaded. I'm going to delete the business name since we really don't need it here. And then I'm going to click Save. So now I've just done one thing, uploaded the logo, removed the business name from the header there. I'm going to scale this up a little bit, make that logo a little bit bigger, and click Save. Now, what else do I have to do? You know what? See that the logo has like 4 different colors in it? Let's go and change this button color. Okay, let's make everything match. I'm going to go to my button color, click it, adjust it. That actually kind of looks like a pretty good match. And click on Post. And there we go. I'm not going to make any of the changes. Let me just show you what this is going to look like. So at this point right now, I can actually show this off to the client, and this is what I would show them. I would be able to take this link and walk them through the entire homepage design and take a look at their perspective here. And here's what we're going to show them. We're going to show them that the logo is in the top left. We have predicting 5 pages of content on the site. We have a compelling first message that hypnotherapy treatment works. We have, obviously, their colors are tying into their logo. Welcome to a Better You Hypnosis Center. That's the name of the business, right? And then you'll see that within the content, we are embedding the name of the business, and we're even embedding the area that they are serving, which is Woburn, Massachusetts. We have prompts to read more. We have a whole list of the services. And if I want to change the button colors, I can do that later. All the most popular services that a hypnotherapy business is going to provide. We have advantages and benefits of why choose this business, a better you hypnosis center. This is all search optimized content that is going to help your client beat out the competition in search results. We talk about years of experience. We talk about their customer focused approach. Question like this: how does hypnosis work? We have a definition and an explanation here. We're encouraging people to contact them and get started to unlock their potential. We have sample testimonials that people can scroll through, a way for people to contact this business and reach out, which, by the way, check this out. This is actually, if someone submits this form, it's going to go to the email address that we input. This is automatically done. See, this was their email address. So this is super critical because it's going to save you a lot of time when you are going to flesh out the rest of the site, presuming you sold it. We have this contact section at the bottom, which is what we call a reference panel. All the most important information about the business, the address, city, state, zip, phone, map with directions, hours of operation, payment methods they accept. It's all here, and it's all mobile responsive, looks and works great on every type of device, operating system, tablet, etc. So I want to know, can you picture yourself pitching a website like this and not wowing your prospect? This makes for a very easy sales presentation. You see how easy that was? Just by making a few small changes, like adding a logo and changing colors, I can make this theme work for pretty much any hypnosis practice in the country. Now imagine building out hundreds of demos for practices all over the country. Can you see the big picture here? Can you see and feel the earning potential? That's just using one of our over 250 themes. You can repeat this over and over and over again. All right, let's get back to where we were and move on to tip number 5. My last tip is to build a list and follow up. Following up is crucial. Studies have shown that 80% of sales require an average of 5 follow-ups in order to close the deal. However, 44% of sales reps follow up with a prospect only once, and then they give up. Think about that for a minute. Almost half of all people that actually attempt to sell a business or website will only call once. Don't think that every business you contact will be a one-call close. If you reach out to a business using the local prospecting tool and don't get the response you were hoping for, just try again. If a business owner says they're too busy or undecided or not interested or even already working with someone else for their website, don't just give up. Respectively follow up at a later time to see if they've changed their mind. Just because they might have said no today doesn't mean they won't say yes tomorrow. Earlier, I spoke about keeping the funnel full. How do you do that? Well, you should make it a point and a goal and a routine of yours to locate at least 10 to 20 new businesses every day who you can pitch a new website to. Now, if you're doing just a tiny bit of outreach like that, 10 to 20 is almost nothing, you'll have an endless supply of leads that are warmer by the day. So get in the habit of keeping a spreadsheet or using a CRM to manage your prospects. You can download the results you get from the local prospecting tool and put them into a CRM so you can stay organized and stay on top of your leads. Remember that impressive stat. 80% of sales require an average of 5 follow-ups in order to close the deal. To make the process for following up even easier, we're actually sharing a link to download our free CRM spreadsheet that you can utilize for your own web design business. What is CRM? Once again, for those of you who don't know, it's short for Customer Relationship Management. Some people think you have to invest in CRM software right away to manage your leads, but honestly, especially in the beginning, a spreadsheet works just fine. And here's a little preview of it, okay? We have it all laid out with the columns you need to keep track of every prospect and an area to keep notes so that whether you're working alone or with a team of salespeople, you can always be on the same page at any given moment. The This is the perfect way to start out with a CRM. Each and every one of you will get a link to this Google Sheet sent to you along with a recording of today's session so long as you were registered. So be on the lookout for it. Bonus, we will even include our coveted 30-second sales pitch script so you can know what you've got to say when you reach out to these businesses. Sound good? You're going to love it. And there you have it. You saw how it works, and I gave you 5 tips to help you get the most out of prospecting for web design clients using SiteSwan's local prospecting tool. Put them to use right away. But before I cut you loose, I want to leave you with a couple of suggestions that relate to prospecting in general so you can make even more of the tips that I gave you today. First, never stop generating leads. The only way you can possibly expect to have a steady flow of website sales is if you're inputting a steady flow of website leads at the beginning of the sales process. Keep loading them in and feeding that fire. A great way to stay on top of that is to create a target number of leads every day. Maybe it's 10, 20, or 30 leads each day, like I stated before. If you set a target and ensure you hit that target, you'll never run out of leads. Another thing I'd love to see you do is measure your results. And I'll tell you why. If you're going to go after specific industries, you got to keep track of what's working and what's not. As you take your lead through the sales process, you will then be able to compare the quality of the leads based on their likelihood to turn into paying customers, which will let you more effectively plan out your future lead generating efforts. Finally, use multiple lead sources and strategies and explore other lead generating options also. While the local prospecting tool is incredibly powerful, don't let this stop you from attending networking events, using social media, and tapping into your inner circle of family friends, to name a few. Now, I'd like to see if I can answer your questions. So it looks like a good number of you have been posting questions all along. If you haven't yet, please do that now. And if you can, think of anything you'd like me to answer here. Please post away. I'm going to start with Carlos from New York, who is asking, can I use it anywhere in the country? Yes, absolutely, Carlos. In fact, it even works in lots of other countries as well, almost anywhere in the world. Our local prospecting tool is using international data, so we've got you covered no matter where you're looking to sell sites. Samantha in Delaware wants to know, does it include the business's email address? So we don't have a field for email address because that's a private detail that isn't databased anywhere consistently. Plus, with all the anti-spam laws, it's really makes it hard for us to deliver that data to you legally. But it's generally fairly easy to get a business's preferred email address by simply going to their website if they have one, like I just showed you, finding them on Facebook where it's usually listed, or simply calling them up and just ask them for their email address so you can share some information. You'll be very surprised how easy it is to capture the email address that way, and then just pop it into the CRM spreadsheet. All right, Denise from Florida is asking, where does the data come from? Great question. So we're utilizing primarily Google's business database, which has a high level of accuracy, uptime, and reliability. It's proven to work quite well for us. Rosemary from Ohio, she's asking, how much is it? So good news, Rosemary, we don't charge anything extra to use the local prospecting tool. It actually comes part of the SiteSwan platform as long as you're on the agency plan or the pro plan. For details on pricing, head over to siteswan.com/pricing and you can explore our plans and all the pricing details. All right, let's see. We're getting short on time. Oh, how about Erica from Lincoln, Nebraska? All right, when we do a site redesign, how much of their existing site content do we preserve? All right, this is a good question, Erica. So most times when you're creating a site for someone using our themes, you'll find the content on our theme to be better written, better optimized for search, and more robust than what's on their site now. There are some exceptions to that rule, but they're relatively rare. If you see a lot of content on their site, I'd suggest trying to compare the language. Are they mentioning things that we don't have on the theme? Are they using a different tone or a variation of technical terms that we aren't using? If so, and you deem it better, or the client insists on using what they have now, then just copy paste it from their old site onto their new site, all the elements that need to be preserved. It's very, very easy. All right, let's do one more question. Tom in Oregon. It almost rhymes. Tom in Oregon has a question. What industries or types of businesses can I search for? All right, Tom, you can search for literally anything you want. My suggestion, however, is to always first pick a theme that you want to use, then conduct some searches to find businesses suitable for that theme. This way, you'll be much more likely to be able to launch a site without having to add any significant information or content to the site, letting you launch it faster, which is critical in this industry. All right. I'm going to stop there to respect everyone's time. I really appreciate you all making time to be a part of this live today. For those of you who are already SiteSwan clients, thank you again for your continued business. We deeply value each and every one of you. For anyone new to SiteSwan, if you have questions about signing up, please visit SiteSwan.com and submit your info, or reply back to your product specialist to get any questions you have answered. I know you want to get your hands on this local prospecting tool. Just a reminder, as soon as I end this session, a replay will begin from the beginning in case you missed any of it in the beginning. We'll also send out a recording of this tomorrow, most likely tomorrow, to everyone who has registered. Thank you again. Have a great, great day, everybody. So long.